Let's start sitting in Virasana at the back end of our mats today. So as you can see, I've got no props. All right, if you need them, just get them. But if you don't need them, it's a short practice just with a mat. So pull your buttock flesh out and back, sit on your heels and tuck the outer ankles in. Squeeze the knees together, interlace the fingers, push the palms away and stretch up. You can do this sitting on a chair. You can do the arm action standing up. Lower the arms down. Change the interlace, push the palms away. Keep the outer ankles hitting in if you're sitting on your heels. Raise the arms up. And exhale, lower the arms down. Lean forwards, those of you that can now sit between your feet, take the calf flesh out and back, reach the feet apart so that the shins are reaching away from the knees, the feet are extending away from the inner ankles, and then just softly pull the flesh forwards on the knees to give the thigh muscles just a little bit of release there. Open out the soles of the feet and place your hands, if you can, heel of the hand, fingers pointing back. Heel of the hand, fingers pointing back. Check that your shoulders are over your hips. Sit down onto the buttock bones comfortably and then roll the shoulder blades onto the back. Look directly forwards. Lengthen the sides of the waist. And then reach the arms out either side of the body. Again, you can do this standing up, so you can take the feet apart. Reach the arms out and bring the arms directly over the shoulders. Keep the throat soft, keep the eyes passive. And then lower the arms down. Lean forwards. Come onto all fours, separate the knees and bring the big toes together. So have the big toes touching in the midline of your pose. Check that the hands are level, middle finger facing forwards, and then reach the buttocks back, Adho Mukha Virasana. Buttocks towards the heels, extend the arms forwards, open out the armpits and rest the head down. Check that both sides of the body feel even. And lengthen from the crown of the head to the tailbone and vice versa. Shoulders relaxed. And then come up onto hands and knees. Reach the feet back. Tuck the toes under. Straighten up through the legs. So you're now in what's a plank position. And then lift your hips towards the ceiling. Come up right up onto the balls of the feet so your legs feel maximum length. Now make your spine feel maximum length. So take the tailbone away from your shoulders. Lengthen both sides of the waist towards your hips. And then keep the sense of length on your spine and your legs and take the very crease of the thighs backwards. Open out the backs of the knees and lengthen the calves towards the heels. And let the heels go towards the soles of the feet. Keep the hands beautifully connected. Keep the arms firm and resisting the urge to release and collapse towards the floor. So the underarm is lifting up, just a little to keep that support. As you do that, you'll notice that the finger knuckles and the pads of the hands will press down well. Press down well between the thumb and the index finger too. And then you can walk forwards, Uttanasana. Come up onto the fingertips, get a nice length. Feel the space you've just created in your abdomen. Maintain that, and then folding from the hips. Let the body release down. Let the hands release down. If you need the hands to support you, put them on your legs, or bend your knees if that's required. But ideally, to get nice open hamstrings, we need the thighs to be drawn up and the thighs to be working. That's how the muscles work. Otherwise, sometimes we can hang on the attachments, which is not so productive. Release the back of your neck. Relax the back of the body. Relax the face. You can look forwards, you can reach the arms forwards, you can step back, dog head down, so take a nice step back. Adho Mukha Virasana, knees to the floor with control, big toes together, reach back through the feet, open out the soles of the feet, try and keep the little toes on the floor as well. Toes long, stretch your hips back, come back down, Adho Mukha Virasana. Inhale, come up. Reach the legs through, Dandasana. Pull the buttock flesh out and back. Sit tall. Roll the thighs in and press the legs down. Stand on your buttock bones again, so you can feel the buttock bones pressing into the floor. Take that pressure downwards. And then we're going to slide our buttocks forwards for Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can bring the soles of the feet together, slide your bum forwards. Check that you're in the middle of your body. Okay, you're going to want, the pelvis needs to be, so the center of the pelvis in line with the center of the feet. Feet even, they're mirroring each other, knees level, and then lie yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae. You can hotch the buttocks in a little bit closer. Go down, go down, go down. Check that the pelvis is level. Check that the sides of the waist are level. Lift your head up. Check that the angle between your legs are level. And then reach the arms over your head. So if you haven't got ropes, I think this is the closest you can come to feeling like you're on ropes, short of tying the belt around your hips and attaching yourself to a wall and lying along the floor. Softly pressurize the feet evenly into each other and connect each toe with the opposing toe. Very strange sensation if you've never done it before. Try not to become hard-hearted. And be aware if you have a tendency to push the lower back in. Keep reaching out through those arms as if the arms have started where your hips join your thighs. You've got really long arms now. And then lower the arms down, bring the legs together, draw the knees in towards your chest. As you draw the knees in towards the chest, you can then cuddle the shins in. And then when you're ready, you're going to cross the ankles. If you can hold onto the blades of the feet, grab the blades of the feet, pull the feet in towards the bottom. Okay, the knees start to go over. When the blades of the feet reach the floor, you can let go of the feet as long as the knees and the hips are comfortable. Allow the knees to draw in towards each other and just softly press the knees down towards the floor. And then reach the arms back up and over your head. Supta Swastikasana. Don't become hard-hearted. Spine long. And again, watch that lower back if you have a tendency to overwork it. Breathe. So the hips should feel beautifully contained. There should be no pressure around the sacral area. And then lower the arms down, hands underneath the thighs. Keep the feet active, draw the knees over. You can use your hands to hold the thighs and draw the knees in. Second, cross the legs. So crossing the ankles, lean up, grab the blades of the feet, pull the feet in towards the buttocks. Tip the knees over, the feet will come to the floor. Keep the knees squeezing in. Not too much, but enough. So the hips feel contained. You're not collapsing into the sacral area. You're not pushing the lower back in. The spine is staying long. And then again, reach the arms up and over the head. Breathe. Lower the arms down, turn your palms up, place your hands underneath the thighs, activate the feet, draw the knees towards each other, bend the knees over the chest. Separate the ankles and just cuddle the knees in, Apawa Muktasana. And then place both feet to the floor. Okay, Ardha Supta Padangusthasana 1. So all you need to do here is you're going to bend your right leg in towards your chest and you're going to stretch your left heel away. Try and be on the center of your pelvis. Try and keep the spine in the middle of the pose. Keep both shoulders relaxed, heart uplifted, collarbones broad and wide. Just lift your head. Just the very action of that, you'll feel your abdominal muscles working a little bit more. Look and see that the big toe of your left leg is pointing straight up towards the ceiling and the rest of your toes look beautifully long. And then release the head back down again and have a couple more breaths here. Check that the tailbone is in the center. And then bend up the left leg, place it on the floor, put your right foot on the floor, take some breaths. Let yourself relax a little bit with bent legs. Check, hips level. Are you in the center of your pelvis here? Because if you're not, we're already not on a good beginning. So we want to get ourselves central. And you're going to bend your left knee in towards your chest. And then lift the ball of the right foot and slide the right heel away, straight away. Tailbone in the middle. Lift your head, check that big toe. Check all the troops, 4 little toes. And then release yourself back down. Ask yourself, is the spine central? Am I on the center of my pelvis? Is my tailbone in the middle? That is continual repetition. When that's checked, check your heart is uplifted, check the shoulders are relaxed. It's like a little checklist. Keep yourself on the center of the heel on that right foot. Don't let the foot flop out to the side. Let the eyes be relaxed and the breath broad and wide. And then bend up the right leg, place the right foot on the floor, pop the left foot down, and just draw the knees in towards the chest. Okay, put both legs down. We've got no belts. I said this was just me and the mat. So what you're going to do next is you're going to keep the left foot down, tailbone in the center, bend your right knee in towards the chest, and hold behind the back of the thigh. Okay, so I've got my fingers interlaced, but if your thigh is further away, it might just be your fingers are touching. And then from there, see if you can straighten your right leg. And if it straightens very well, you can draw the leg towards you a little. If it doesn't, just leave it where it is. And you're just working at straightening the leg. And then release the leg. And pop it back down so the knees are level. Left side. Left knee in towards the chest. Hold behind the back of the knee. Just cuddle it in. Tailbone in the center, pelvis in the middle. And then open out the back of that left leg, compare. Heave. Come on, lefty. And straighten the leg best you can. And then release. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a cuddle. Okay, pop both feet down. Take hold of your big toe. So right hand, index finger, middle finger. Get those ready to see if you can hold your big toe. If you can't, cuddle your knee in. Now, can you get your tailbone in the center, spine in the middle, be on the center of your pelvis, and then see if you can straighten that right leg. It might not straighten. Just have a go. You can then go back and hold the thigh if you wish, or you can keep the leg bent. It's your choice. But just see where the leg will come, and if you've managed to grab your big toe and the leg is straight, can you draw the right shoulder back and keep your tailbone in the middle? Pat your head, rub your tummy, keep smiling, and keep the eyes soft. Many things. And then release. Legs level. Second side, bend the left knee in towards the chest, take hold of the big toe. Hold on. Keep yourself in the middle of the pose and then see if you can straighten that left leg. Billy said right. And then draw the shoulder back towards the floor. Are you still in the center to be able to do that, or have we lost the balance? So we have to find these things, and just being able to observe that we're out of balance is a start. So it doesn't mean that you have to do perfection right from the beginning. We just have to observe and ask our body to do a little better each time. Just a little better. And then release. Pop the leg down. Okay? We are going to see if we can straighten both legs now. So you're going to bend the right leg in. If you can't, if you know you can't straighten the leg holding the big toe, take hold of the back of the thigh. If you know you can straighten the leg holding the big toe, hold the big toe and straighten the leg, right side. And now stretch the left leg away. And extend into the heel of your left leg and the big toe of your right leg. Draw the shoulder back, lengthen the sides of the waist. And then release. Left leg bends up, right leg goes down. We're not holding these for too long. Second side, pick up the left leg, take hold of the foot. Straighten the leg up. So either hold the back of the thigh or hold into the big toe, extend into the big toe pose, which is why it's called the big toe pose. Stretch the right heel away. As you stretch the right heel away, bring your awareness into the left big toe. Your legs should feel dynamic. Left shoulder back as much as you can and be in the center of the pose again. And then release. Cuddle both knees in. Roll to your side, Adho Mukha Virasana. Sit on your heels, fold forwards. Let yourself fold from the hips. Observe, this should feel much easier than the first time you did it. Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog head down. Okay, lift those heels up. Get nice long legs. Reach up to the hips from the hands and then start to take the hips down. As you take the hips down, maintain the length of the spine, maintain the length of the legs. Hips down, probably wrong instruction. Hips back and heels down. But it's as if someone's put their hands onto your pelvis, pushed your pelvis up, and then put a little bit of downward pressure down through the thighs, the center of the thigh bones. But at the same time, the arches are sucking right up into the groins. Now maintain that leg work. Walk your hands back. Uttanasana again. Get a nice length on the front of the body. Hips over ankles, mound of the big toes pressing down, and then keep the inner thighs pressing towards the outer thighs, and then fold down, rolling the buttocks over the pelvis. You can use your hands to support, or you can let the body dangle from the hips, but keep the length of the sides of the waist. Don't pull the head in and don't allow the neck to feel tight. Be here. So it's a simple forward bend in Uttanasana, but it's a beautiful one when you start to get the actions right. Spread the hamstrings. Feel the inner thighs pressing towards the outer hips, lifting the energy of the inner legs up to the groins. Let the head release and relax completely. Allow the breath to be broad and wide. Walk the hands forwards, Adho Mukha Svanasana, last time. Let the hands press down into the floor. Picture the arches in the center of your hands, draw them up into the armpits. Take the armpits towards the sides of the waist. Take the sides of the waist up to the hips. Take the hips up and then take the buttock bones into the heels. Open out the backs of the knees, spread out the hamstrings, have the legs feeling firm. Kneecaps will be beautifully drawn up. And then bend the knees. Adho Mukha Virasana last time. Reach the buttocks back, keep the hands well connected. Release yourself down. Enjoy the deep fold in the pelvis. And then you can come up, roll onto your back. Have the feet in the middle of the mat. Have your buttocks in the middle of the mat. Roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the legs bent. Grab your head, lift the back of the skull up, lengthen the tissues at the back of the skull, lengthen the hair away from the back of the skull. You can lengthen the hair on the front all the way around. I like to pull my hair away from the crown of the head just softly. You know how much your hair can cope with. Don't pull it too hard. It just releases the scalp beautifully. Check that the neck feels long. Quietly slide the legs away. Take the buttock flesh away from the lower back. Relax the corners of the sacrum down, be on the center of the pelvis. You can just look down towards your feet one more time. Check that you're in the middle. Check that the pelvis is level. Relax the arms. Softly close the eyes. And release into a deep shavasana. Let the eyes relax towards the ears. Let the ears release in towards the center of the skull. And then take the eye sensation and the ear sensation, that sense of relaxation, right into the space just behind the back of your heart. Draw your senses inwards. And allow yourself a sense of deep stillness. Keep the awareness moving to the center of the chest. Allow the body to breathe and the arms to relax completely. One by one, bend the elbows, rest your hands on your abdomen. Rolling the thighs in, bend up the legs. Carefully turn to your side. Rest there. And then you can sit up. Thank you.